amount of Steve experience here, being in Connecticut,
of course,
playing against a bunch of Tri-State players. But Syrup also does have a secret character, Ness, that they play a lot.
That's too funny. That's the secret now.
It's a secret
that's
now.
how Syrup put himself on the map. But, you know, of course, the Steve is what's getting the results. Can't blame him for switching over. All right, here it is. Small battlefield for game one. No surprises there. It's kind of the new starter stage in this game as of the last couple years.
All right. So I was getting the head. Oh, my God. You're getting into it.
The minecart did 0.
Yeah, it's
strange. Which is crazy.
Little interaction right there. Just getting information. So actually 3-4 head-to-head right now. Syrup is 3 games to Light's 4. So it's very, very competitive head-to-head between the two players. And yes, of course, let's Play Big Moves. We just saw that set. I mean, really intense, like Game 5 insanity. So the question is, you know, can Light kind of show that, hey, I got all the Steve counterplay. I'm ready to make some magic happen, even though this matchup is kind of bad. I gotta say, it's not too fun.
Where's the counterplay, man?
That was a good hit confirm.
Don't listen to this.
It was one up tilt, up smash. That was pretty good from my perspective.
You know what's so remarkable about? Okay. See, I got to play that. I got to
again.
Where's the counterplay? Where's the counterplay?
He got out.
Just dash walk SDI, guys. Just dash walk SDI. It's easy.
I'm telling you
guys,
every time I try to praise Steve, something happens on the screen in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God. But, you know, it was execution-wise, you know, it's not just mashing it most of the time. Okay, this, oh no, Syrup, what,
Oh, it's Battlefield.
We got the Steve apology.
This works on Battlefield. This only works on Battlefield, right?
Actually, no, works in a lot of stages. Doesn't work on some of them because of how, like, the ledges work.
Yeah.
Like PS2 being one of those. Now, I will, oh my God, no. Oh no.
What?
Yo, this character is so fair and balanced. I'm very glad that he's in the game. They should name him Fox because he's fair and balanced.
Yeah, but guess
I was going to say,
Light's going to bring it back.
Yeah, that's going to bring it back. I was going to say, in that LMBM set, right, we actually did see a lot of Syrup doing that ledge camping, right, with the blocks.
Right.
And that kind of shows that Light has seen this before, has fought against this before, even though you got caught off guard once, it doesn't have to happen again. So I'm curious to see what Light can do to deal with that. At the same time, Fox isn't a character known for these wild edge guards, and oh no, not like, oh!
Same spot, same spot.
Bro, I'll keep
Is that Battlefield specific?
I have no idea.
Cause I swear, like Light usually does not get caught in that.
The only time I'm trying to see Steve Fox is in Tekken, all right? This looks horrible.
This is a rough
God
matchup.
damn it. Oh, no.
Fox is also really light, so
Yeah, I mean,
he's just dying to, like,
do?
stuff. It's
So, I will say, for what it's worth, Fox...
Stop coping! I'm sorry.
So, for what it's worth, you know, Fox does have that aerial mobility. You are able to navigate around characters with slow fall speed, you know, slow jumps, and your run speed, and all these options. You know, Fox is able to catch them. That said, like, again, one thing happens, one thing goes wrong, it all comes crashing down. And what we've seen from Syrup so far, you know, Cosmos saying Syrup, you know, possibly the best Steve player in America is what Cosmos believes. You know, this is a player who's played Ness and is able to make those reads that other Steve players kind of can't sometimes.
Yeah.
And when one read leads to death like that, you know, okay, well, that was pretty crazy. Never mind, Fox is broken. when one read leads to death, and this coming from a player that's so strong, you know, it can make Fox look really bad. Fox
there it is.
Well, all right, he's making Steve look bad. Light still in this.
Yeah, we were talking about this in an earlier set. A lot of Steves go for like the guaranteed combo that's really hard, and we notice Syrup a lot of times just waits and just does the easy version, the layer 2.
He'll just cash it out, go for a read or something, and like, you know, don't get me wrong. Everything I say about Steve is not to take away from Syrup. Like you said, why dude? He is very accomplished with the Ness for many years, right? So I do agree. He has the fundamentals of players who didn't start on this super broken ass character.
Yeah. But honestly, I do think that's funny because, like, for a long time, oh, whoa.
Oh, he was going for
I can't speak. Look at this. Look at the drag downs with fair. I think what's so fun about, like, the late meta in Ultimate, you know, some people say, like, oh, you know, we're used to everything by now. But no, I think that's an opportunity to explore underused moves. Like fair, right?
Wow.
We just saw fair combo. Look at that landing fair. You wouldn't see that until recently, right? And Light is optimizing this character's toolkit.
Yeah, finding a great up smash there. Nice little read for Light. And now Light taking a huge lead over Syrup now.
Okay, well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I believe we saw a tragic jab at Lightning Big Moves, so you really don't want to get hit with multiple tragedies on that front.
Yeah, there's definitely huge comeback potential for Steve here, but now he's kind of out of that window where one hit is just going to lead to death.
So I do like the reflector attempt, but you know, if you think a reflector will save you from the abomination that is minecart, you know, good luck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Does Steve have to be grounded to call the workbox, whatever it's called?
Yes.
Whatever it's called.
The crafting table, yeah.
Crafting
You ever
table.
not touched Minecraft once?
No, I have not.
But oh my god. Okay, nothing tragic
my
chance.
god, no.
I warned you. Okay, nice.
I like the coverage, but
Oh my
not
god.
enough, and that's going to be it.
But yeah, that's just like,
Okay.
Okay.
you know what? Sometimes things just happen, and you know you gotta stay in it. You gotta stay in it mentally. For what it's worth, you know, because of the unique format of the Reaper bracket, you know, if you lose this, it's not the end of the world, right? You still have plenty of opportunities to fight back, but still, I mean, you don't want to go down like that. It's scary.
I don't even know how that missed. Step forward.
Yeah. I don't know.
It did though.
Things are happening. The game is possessed. But yeah, I mean, to go back to what we were saying earlier, I mean, Syrup is a player that is just so fundamentally solid with Steve, and that's terrifying because I remember for a long time people were saying, well, you know, I'm going to pick up Steve and do great with him, and sometimes that wouldn't manifest because Steve is such a departure from the normal way that the game is played. Syrup, to me, is an example of what happens when you take a player who really sticks with it, right? And to me, that really makes good on a lot of the ideas, like, what if somebody really good picked up Steve, what would happen? And it's like, oh, well, that's kind of scary, guys. I don't know.
Also, NES players torture themselves by picking the character in the first place.
Yeah,
So, Syrup was probably like, nah. Like, if I'm going to change my character, I'm going to pick one of the best characters in the game. Like, I'm not doing this again.
I started this game on Mii Brawler, all right? Listen, after losing to Steve a certain amount of times, you're like, you know what? What if I had that power? You know, it's calling to you. It's the Green Goblin mask. But yeah, Syrup.
NES has also never been good. So, like,
Okay, I mean, never.
Never. Smash 4 was like maybe.
You're saying this in the land of PK Chris, all right? That's Psychokinetic Christopher. You gotta respect.
Well, PK Chris is really good.
Very true. Oh my God, the jab train.
Not the spike, though. Hold on, there's a chance. Yeah, he's back.
But
That anti-air, bro.
yeah.
What if you had Meta Knight's up air on the ground
And that's the thing.
in the air?
You know, we can be very abstract, like, oh, like Syrup has these fundamentals of like a normal Smash player with like all these Steve skills as well. What are those fundamentals? Well, for Syrup, I think it really manifests as incredible anti-airs, right? Every
And
time
flanking.
I talk about fundies, work with me here. You gotta work with me.
Ooh.
Wow. And you know, it really is being able to have that anti-air potential, and we are seeing abstract Smash Brothers. Something's happening. I don't know what is.
Steve is the Picasso of this game, for sure.
No, that's very true. Oh my God.
That was good.
Yeah,
great
that was
footstool
really
to
good.
end.
-4 on shield, die at 100%.
But
Yeah.
still, to do that on a multi-hit, like, it is legitimately
Well,
hard.
to do that against Fox, it just
yeah.
Fox is usually spacing pretty well.
Yeah, I think fair's something like -14.
Oh my God. Powering through.
I don't know how it worked that time, but it did.
The Foxes always have their angles. I think, oh my God. What a reaction.
And up smash.
Yeah, and up smash. That's always there for you. But I think one thing that the Fox players have mastered at this point is having extremely, extremely precise up B angles to get through every situation. A light actually went straight into the corner of those blocks to break through, which is really impressive stuff. You know what else is impressive with these anti-airs? Diamond back air. What a move.
What the heck just
the Lex
happened?
cancel betrayed him.
Let's go.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
try as you might. That down tilt so
Oh my
active. Oh my God, in the untechable. There was nowhere to run. All right, light down at full stock. How are you going to pull this off? I feel like when you have to approach, it's just so much harder. We saw those anti-airs, right? Fox loves jumping in.
Yeah, oh. And Steves do love to do that up air from
got him,
ledge,
though.
which is so rewarding. But just because it's rewarding doesn't mean you should always do it, you know? And Light's gonna catch on to that habit, gonna read it. And now Steve's in disadvantage without actually only one minecart, no gold. So you're actually having to play the game right now, but Sir actually can play the game. That's what I'm talking about. We're cooking.
Because then Light is bringing this back to literal right now. Only at
Oh.
7%. Light getting a nice dash tag there. Trying to go for the backer, just missing. Now Steve, we're back in neutral for both players. But Diamond on deck almost hitting that anvil. with an up
Nice.
smash.
That was good.
Right after the anvil is going to find the kill.
And
And
I
Light could bring this back.
Could bring this back. And I
What?
do think that's something that a lot of people do need to get better at versus Steve, right? Is that Steve does put you in these wacko, oh my God.
Speaking of wacko positions.
Every time,
That was a bad
every
jab.
time I try to talk about Steve and I'll be like, hey, you could do this, somebody dies.
That was
And it's
bad
not
jab.
Steve.
That was just
it's
a bad
not
jab.
Steve.
That's God saying, look, man, This is not meant to be here.
I think that Light jabbed there because the wall was behind him and he thought he could probably tech off it.
Yeah.
But Syrup was like, no, you're getting up smashed.
Anyway, I was trying to say is that, you know, I think that there are many situations that Steve puts you in that are kind of, you have counterplay, but they're so weird and so uncommon that the Steve player will have 10 times the experience you do.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta have a local Steve main that you're practicing against.
I do think that up smash we saw when Steve was on top of the anvil, like that was an example of Light, the effort, right? It's something that Light practiced and rehearsed and was able to punish Steve with. But again, you know, that won't stop you from getting jammed.
Yeah, there's always something that the Steve player can do to take it to another level that you haven't seen before, or that you're less familiar with. And I also just think it's so insane that up tilt to up smash is so reliable on a fast faller like this. Fox being light enough to die at 80. Oh, nice angle though.
Yeah, Fox's better have those angles, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're absolutely cooked, you know.
Oh, that could be big. Oh,
interesting.
freeform
I thought he was
combo.
gonna forward smash, to be honest.
Yeah, not a lot of SDI coming out from Light, but again, these are wooden tools, so not SDIable in the first place.
He's also getting his mixed ups a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not like obvious what the next move's gonna be.
Yeah, the unconventional combos. Oh,
Goodbye.
Anti-dash attack in that shield.
His up smash is as strong as Fox's.
You know what's crazy?
Well, to be fair.
Yeah.
If the next Smash game is an Ultimate Deluxe, we could see a reverse happen where everyone loves Steve.
Oh yeah,
If he
because
gets
he's
hit hard
nerfed so hard.
and players are still really good with him and doing cool stuff.
True. I think that that's like, but oh my god. Real talk though, like, there are some character designs that like I don't know if they'll ever be crowd favorites, you know what I mean? But definitely being uncommon. And I think that, I mean, for me, having all this, you know, Steve, I can't praise this character. I can't when they're doing that. I want to. Let me, okay, there we go.
Oh yeah, there we go, man.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's not over.
There we go.
Is it?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
But
this is Tom and Jerry house.
Okay, so actually I can praise this character because I gotta say that was a really sick ledge jump into turnaround block, cancel back air to actually get back air from a ledge jump. What the hell was that?
up smash. That was gonna kill. That was gonna kill no matter
Oh,
what.
Fox is broken.
That was up smash, right?
It looked like F smash to me, but it might have been out smash. It just had a really weird angle. I didn't.
Yeah, I think it was the back air.
Yeah. So you know, this is something that I feel like I reflect when I watch Zero play because you know I love my fancy combos and techniques, but like at the end of the day, up tilt back air is so good and so powerful and so reliable. And Zero says, hey, like I'll just go for that kill confirm that I know is reliable. Getting the jabs into the F smash.
Might have been a DI mix-up.
Yeah, now we're in a really scary situation right now. Light being down an entire game against Syrup, and Light loses this. Light is playing against Glutity in the Reaper match again. So it's a scary situation for Light. Light is not being respected by a lot.
So Syrup's really good at footstooling forward air on block.
Yeah.
Wow.
That move is very nice.
Yeah, that's probably the one
Minus
move.
14,
That's the one move that he probably recognizes he can make happen.
Yeah, and we were talking about the fact that, you know, over the years, players learn to use lesser utilized strategies and moves, right? And Light has been getting great mileage out of the forward air recently, you know, all the time, really. Not just that set, but, you know, all the time. But kind of the counterbalancing force is that when you have an uncommon move in some situations, there's often a reason why it became uncommon in the first place, right? And Fox Fair is such a great, surprising mix-up to do landing that Light does it a lot nowadays. But it's still unsafe. You could still just die, you know?
Right there.
And yeah, oh god, you don't want to be dying for hitting somebody's shield as Fox, right? That's the character's strength.
Yeah, it's hard to react to what Fox is doing. So, no, like recognizing that he's been doing that fair on shield a lot. I mean, I think that was 3 times in one set. Was it 2? Was it 2 that he got the footstool?
2 punishes, but a lot of blenders there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when that footstool down air stuff became popular, so many characters who were previously kind of bad out of shield just skyrocketed in terms of their punish game. You know, I think of characters like Greninja as well. You don't see that as often as a Steve footstool anvil, but that was like Greninja's biggest weakness was his out of shield game. Sephiroth too, stuff like that. So that's such a huge development as of what, like 2-3 years ago. And yeah, I mean, I love to see that, even if it's on Steve. It's like people pushing the game forward is very exciting.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody would ever doubt that like the technical prowess of a lot of Steve players. Like, you know, executing that in a tense situation is not easy. Like, yeah, you can think what you want about, you know, what it does. It's horrifying, but I think that definitely like when I'm fighting against the Fox, like I'm not going to be hitting any footstool down airs. Like, I'm terrified. Like, what if he nairs you? What if he delays that, you know? But Syrup is just having that recognition, right? And I think also, you know, when you play a character like Ness, that's something you kind of need to pick up on, right? Because you have these great buttons, you have this great frame data. I've seen some crazy footstool stuff on Ness. I don't know if Syrup does that as much.
Yeah, you could probably do footstool magnet, right?
Yeah. But you definitely, I mean, obviously when you don't have a crazy double jump and you're playing like Ness, you have to be able to deal with pressure because otherwise you're not getting the mileage out of your character. And when you apply that to Steve, look what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, quick trip up the tier list and up the global rankings for Syrup. I love seeing it. He's from Jersey, you know, like he's the Steve that I think everyone can root for, right? We just know that he's such a fundamentally sound player. He's proven himself, again, with a mid-tier or a high tier, whatever you want to call Ness. So it's not like he's just robbing people out here. So the credit to Syrup, man. And, of course, he's going to be safe for the rest of the tournament, or, you know, until further notice.
So, yeah.
Meanwhile, Light has to fight the Reaper, Le Reaper,
Yeah.
in Gluto.
Yeah. Next, we got our second Reaper match of the night, which is Gluttony versus Light.
Oh,
Gluttony being the Reaper, Light being the one.
Does Gluto have the Reaper costume on?
Does,
the whole.
he does.
Oh,
That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking around for.
So
he was wearing it